Hi, I'm here with the Mass readings for Thursday, August 1st, 2019. Today we celebrate the memorial of Saint Alphonsus Liguori, Bishop and Doctor of the Church. A reading from the book of Exodus. Moses did exactly as the Lord had commanded him. On the first day of the first month of the second year, the dwelling was erected. It was Moses who erected the dwelling. He placed its pedestals, set up its boards, put in its bars, and set up its columns. He spread the tent over the dwelling and put the covering on top of the tent, as the Lord had commanded him. He took the commandments and put them in the ark. He placed poles alongside the ark and set the propitiatory upon it. He brought the ark into the dwelling and hung the curtain veil, thus screening off the ark of the commandments, as the Lord had commanded him. Then the cloud covered the meeting tent, and the glory of the Lord filled the dwelling. Moses could not enter the meeting tent, because the cloud settled down upon it, and the glory of the Lord filled the dwelling. Whenever the cloud rose from the dwelling, the children of Israel would set out on their journey. But if the cloud did not lift, they would not go forward. Only when it lifted did they go forward. In the daytime, the cloud of the Lord was seen over the dwelling, whereas at night, fire was seen in the cloud by the whole house of Israel in all the stages of their journey. The Word of the Lord. The Responsorial Psalm. Today's Responsorial Psalm is Psalm number 84. The response is, "How lovely is your dwelling place, O Lord, mighty God! How lovely is your dwelling place, O Lord, mighty God! My soul yearns and pines for the courts of the Lord. My heart and my flesh cry out for the living God. How lovely is your dwelling place, O Lord, mighty God! Even the sparrow finds a home, and the swallow a nest in which she puts her young. Your altars, O Lord of hosts, my King and my God! How lovely is your dwelling place, O Lord, mighty God! Blessed they who dwell in your house, continually they praise you. Blessed the man whose strength you are. They go from strength to strength. How lovely is your dwelling place, O Lord, mighty God! I had rather one day in your courts than 1,000 elsewhere. I had rather lie in the threshold of the house of my God than dwell in the tents of the wicked. How lovely is your dwelling place, O Lord, mighty God! How lovely is your dwelling place, O Lord, mighty God!" Today's Gospel is the Gospel according to St. Matthew, chapter 13, verse 47 to 53. Jesus said to his disciples, "The kingdom of heaven is like a net thrown into the sea, which collects fish of every kind. When it is full, they haul it ashore and sit down to put what is good into buckets. What is bad, they throw away. Thus it will be at the end of the age. The angels will go out and separate the wicked from the righteous and throw them into the fiery furnace, where there will be wailing and grinding of teeth." "Do you understand all these things?" They answered, "Yes." And he replied, "Then every scribe who has been instructed in the kingdom of heaven is like the head of a household who brings from his storeroom both the new and the old." When Jesus finished these parables, he went away from there. The Gospel of the Lord. Here are some thoughts on today's scripture. Today's kingdom parable points to the end of time. There will come a time for the end of the kingdom on earth, and then those who belong and those who do not will be clearly distinguished and separated from each other. That is something which cannot and should not be done now, as the parable of the weeds indicated. But when will that be? That, of course, we do not know, fortunately. But one thing we do know is that our own end will come in a relatively short time, even if we live to be 100. Thanks for listening. Have a blessed day.